Let's make an altered wall panel. This is a step-by-step detailed tutorial, and these are the supplies we need. So before we get started, we need an MDF panel. You decoupage your favorite sheet of paper to it and then draw lines. And I'm using a watercolor crayon here. You could use some oil and oil pastels too to do the same effect. And now you can see I'm just smearing them with my hand. Need a detailed tutorial on it. It's up on my page. You can check my live video of me doing the same. So I leave the link below for you to check out. Now I'm just smearing the colors. I'm taking brown, black and white and just creating wooden log lines on it. Hi there. You're watching Handmade Love by Rashmi and Bride Nama. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that thumbs up. So now I'm just redoing more colors on it. You can create as much as depth you want using this technique, and trust me, the end product looks amazing when you do it. I'm now taking a lighter shade of yellow to add more color variance, and I'm using a slightly wet stencil brush and rubbing up on the lines. If you do not have these, you can either buy them on Amazon, or you can use some oil pastels with some oil in your finger and do the same technique. I'm adding more black for an increased shadow onto my image. Here I've used a decoupage sheet from Little Birdie, and now I am stenciling using the same crayon and a stencil brush. I leave the links of the products used in the description box. You could check out if you wanna buy the same. I'm using a stencil brush. It gives a good control over the stenciling. And now I'm using the mixed media paste from Little Birdie and smearing it onto my piece. And you could use the stencil of your choice. The stencil I'm using is from Little Birdie. I will leave the link below and also a coupon code for you to buy this at an additional discount. So now let's get into smearing the mixed media paste onto the stencil. Do it as you like. Just try to overlap the back paper also a bit so that it looks all merged up. You will also observe that I'm using slight grey tone to it, just to make it uneven and more natural and grungy. So now what we are gonna do is add more stenciling in different parts. Make sure you're taking very little mixed media paste because you do not want thick stenciling but a very light one. Like you can see, I'm using in some parts grey and some parts white. And again going all over with that yellow, black and white crayon, just so that it is emulsified really well into my image and over the stencil also. Add more stenciling of your choice. I'm using the same stencil. I'd suggest you buy stencils which give you a lot of designs in the same piece. This is how it looks, the end result, but I'm still not happy. So what I'm doing is I'm adding little gold edges to this by passing decoupage glue, or you could use any glue of your choice, from the stencil to the piece. And now I'm heat setting it so that this is almost dried, not completely but almost. You could also use a tacky talc from Etsy for the same technique, or you could also use any kind of glue and let it semi dry until you're ready to stick the gold foil. If it is tacky, it will hold the gold foil really well. If not, you will get more distressed effect. But anyways, we are looking for a distress, so it doesn't really matter how we stick it. Just we are focusing here to add more of gold element to the entire piece. Again, using the Little Birdie heat tool to dry and help me adhere them better and faster. and I'm gonna repeat it to wherever I want, and then use a very soft bristle brush to rub off the excess of the foil. Do not go overboard with the gold foiling also, just as much as you like, and remember to dust off. Like wherever I feel it is less, I'm adding more. So remember, less is more. Wherever you want, only then add, because too much of gold will also spoil your piece. And that's it, I am almost done here, and this is how it looks. I'm kind of happy, but still this is not giving me the exact effect which I want. So I have come up with this another idea of raising it. So I'm using this little birdie paper of the same design which I had adhered earlier, and fussy cutting it entirely. See, mixed media and altar art is all about how much you wanna create by adding more layers. With simple things you can add a lot of layers, so the fussy cut will actually lift this really well. Now I'm using the chalk paint and distressing the edges, like giving it a slight highlight, so that it looks all as a part and not a fresh cut. And now I'm using double side tape to the piece, so that we have a raised effect. And with this, I'm just going to remove the plying or covering and exactly stick it over my image, so the shadow, when you look from the other side, has that same image on the bottom. And this is the end result which I'm in love with. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed the tutorial. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe to my YouTube, and drop in your love in the comments. Awaiting. Thank you so much.